Okay, welcome back. So we will be making some slight modifications on the previous lesson, which was on our receipt application. So if you guys can cast your mind back to the previous lesson, this is what we basically had, right? It was a simple, receipt purchase application. You see something, you purchase it, you specify its quantity, and then we do some processing, and it then basically gives you its total. So the issue with this application was it only allowed you to purchase only one thing. You could only purchase Doritos, and then specify a quantity. And then after that, the program would just crash, right? It wouldn't continue any further. So you could not say, say that I want to buy Doritos, and then I also want to buy Lay's, and then I also want to buy Pringles, and then I also want to buy Goldfish, and then I also want to buy. You can't do that. You could only buy one thing at a time. So we need to fix this. And the way that we are going to be fixing this is we are going to be incorporating case statements and the do while loop. So what I made some slight modifications here. So there is now a sum variable. There is now a options variable, and then I've taken out the Reese's butter, this guy. I've taken out the Reese's butter because I realized that Reese's butter is not even famous at all. Nobody knows what Reese's butter is. So let's just put things that are quite relevant. So I put Lay's instead of Reese's butter. So Cheez It. So we still have the exact same thing. It's just that, now we just replaced it with Lay's, right? So over here, everything is exactly the same. You know, all the way from starting here, everything is exactly the same. Where it starts to be a bit different is everything else down. So starting from this line, everything else downwards is just completely new. So let's just start off with the do while loop. So we're saying do while what? Whilst options is not equals to n. Okay, so what the hell is options equals to? So when we said we basically created the do while loop, so what would you like to continue to purchase? No, sorry, would you like to continue to purchase? And then, so we are inputting in options. So now the thing you need to keep in mind is that options is not a string, it is a character, meaning that options can only contain characters such as uh, A, B, uh, C, those kind of things. It cannot contain this. It can't contain that. It cannot contain this, right? Because it's a character. It needs to store single characters like this. And so when we ask the user, would you like to continue to purchase? We are only expecting yes or no. No, yes or no, Y or N. We are not expecting this. We're not expecting yes. We're not expecting no. As human beings, we obviously know that Y or N, it basically denotes yes or no. So that's that's it for the options. So we got the options. So if the options is Y, this is what we do. We created a switch statement. Created the switch statement, case Y. When options is Y, this is what I want the program to do. It should ask what will you purchase, and then we will see in the food, right? The quantity, quantity, and then everything else here is the same except for the sum, right? Now, I need you guys to pay really careful attention with what I did here. So this price quantity multiplied by price I. In the previous lesson, this worked fine, right? In this lesson, right? In this lesson, it worked very fine. This is the only thing that we had, right? This entire line was the only thing that we had. It worked perfectly fine. But now, since we're using a for loop and also a do while loop, what we now want to do is we're now sort of adding the different values. So now we're no longer dealing with one transaction, if I can put it that way, but we're sort of dealing with multiple transactions. So we can have a situation where the person is not only buying, so for example, if a person buys two lays, right, two bags of lays, let's go back here, right, two bags of lays that could be 56, right? So 56 is going to be their total. But 56 is not actually their total if they then want to then continue and say, I want to then buy Oreos, right? Which Oreos equals to 22 99, so which is 23 rand. So if a person says, no, I want to buy another two Oreos, which is going to be 46, so then you're going to have to basically add your 46 plus the two Doritos, right, that the person added, and that's going to be then the new total. So you are now having to deal with a situation where you not only have one transaction, but you have more than one transaction, or you have more than one sort of process to handle. And the way that we do that is we then have our sum variable, and our sum variable, it's equals to our sum variable plus our price. Now, what the hell does this mean? It means that sum, which at this point is equals to 0, is equals to 0 plus price, right? So now the sum variable it contains price, right? And when it loops again, and when the person says, would you like to continue? And we say yes, it now loops again. Now food is equals to, if it was equals to Doritos before, now it's equals to Oreos, right? And then quantity is now maybe say equals to 2. We do our calculations here, right? Price is no longer calculating Doritos, it's now calculating Oreos. But the way that we can sort of keep track of the previous price value and sort of add that to the new price value that it's going to be calculating, we can have this sum, because now sum is now equals to price, the previous price of Doritos. But now since we're purchasing Oreos for 22 rands 99 cents, now we are saying whatever the previous value of sum was, which was the sum of the Doritos, we now are adding our Oreos, which are 22.99. So we're now going to have, I think for Doritos it was I think no, it wasn't Doritos. We're doing Lay's. I think Lay's was 27, and then we said that, well, 27, that's going to give us 54, right? So 54. So then we're saying 54 plus, well, 23. That's 23. That's going to be 46, right? So we are going to be having 100 rand. So 100 rand would have been our entire total value. So we are having sum is equals to sum plus the new price. So at this juncture, at the first loop, when it's looping for the first time and it's getting the options, when options is equals to y, we said we wanted Lay's, right? Lay's was equals to 27 rand, right? And then we said, no, we want to buy how many Lay's? 2. So our quantity of Lay's is now equals to 2. So now what we have is 54. Our total is 54 because we have Lay's, which are equals to 27 bucks. There we are, 27 bucks, right? But we are having two quantities of Lay's, so that's 54 bucks. But we're now saying sum, which is equals to 0 when we initialized or we started this entire loop, is equals to sum, which is 0 again, plus 54. But that's not all. We then loop again. Now food, or whatever value is now it's equals to Oreos. Oreos is 23, right? 23.46, right? And so now we're having 46 coming as our price. Now price is no longer equals to 54, it's equals to 46. So now we're saying 54, it's equals to 54 plus 46, right? And that's how we then arrive. And so sum is then now equals to 100, right? Because 54, right, plus 46. I don't think I need to do the math here because I think we are all or comfortable with that area. So that's going to be our new value of sum. So sum is now equals to 100. But if we then sort of wanted to then say continue and purchase another thing, let's just go up here and see what else we could have purchased. Let's just see. Okay, let's just say, okay, what is this guy? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4. So goldfish is 16 rand, right? So now we have 100, and say we want to buy one goldfish item. Goldfish item is equals to 16 rand. So now sum is already equals to 100 rand, but now I'm saying that 100 rand is equals to 100 rand plus the 16, right? Plus the 16 of the goldfish. And so now the sum value is equals to 116. Excuse me. And so after all of that has then finished, we now go down at the bottom and we're now displaying the total. So let's see how this will run. Would you like to continue to purchase? Yes, I would. What would you like to purchase? Let's just say Doritos, right? The quantity, I want 3 Doritos. Would you like to continue to purchase? Yes. What would you like to continue to purchase? I would love some Lay's. The quantity, 6. Would you like to continue to purchase? Let me say, I'm really hungry today, so let's just go with Oreos, right? Let's just say yes, right? What would you like to purchase? Oreos, right? So what is the quantity of Oreos? Give me 2 Oreos, right? Would you like to continue to purchase? No, just give me the total. Thanks for shopping with us. Your total is 259 rand 94 cents. So yeah, that's how you could do this entire application. If you want to check the math, you can feel free to do that in your own time. But yeah, that's just how you can use loopings and case statements, and all that stuff to basically enhance your project.